This is a meeting of the City Council Technology and Utilities Subcommittee. If we could have the clerk please call the roll. Here?
Here.
I had asked at the last council meeting for this meeting to be scheduled for the purpose of making the City Council appointees to the Lowell Telecommunications Corporation Board. By their bylaws, the council has 6 people that it appoints to that board, one of whom is the chairman of this subcommittee. They have an annual meeting that is scheduled for early December, and so the chairperson of the nominating committee contacted me. Our appointments are for 2 years. They were done, approximately this time 2 years ago, and so the people we appointed at that time, terms are about to expire. I believe they expire either at the annual meeting in December or at the end of the calendar year. In any event, the time is ripe for reappointment, and at the last council meeting I announced if anyone knew of anyone with interest in serving on the Lowell Telecommunications Board that the names be forwarded. Just to bring the members of the subcommittee up to date and the other members of the council that are here and the public, we had the LTC board, nominating chair, had requested that 3 of our appointees, at least 3, be reappointed. That's myself, Paul Marion, who works at UMass Lowell, and Jay Lenahan from Middlesex Community College. Both have provided valuable service to the board in a number of different ways, particularly Mr. Lenahan, as the LTC has gone through its search and construction of its new space. There are a few others appointments on our board, and I remember that we try to get somebody from the business community, Jim Cook, who I believe is no longer interested, Jose Gabriel, who we've kind of lost contact with and has stopped attending the meetings, I think was an appointee from the community at large, and Lynn Brown Zunis, I believe, to get somebody who had contact with elderly people. I think that's why she was selected the first time around. So in any event, since Mr. Cook was no longer interested, I had reached out to Danielle Bergeron from the Greater Lowell Chamber of Commerce, who said if she were appointed, she would be willing to serve. I thought she'd be a good fit. The chamber has a TV show on LTC now, and they have a lot of new things that they're doing with video, so there seemed to be a fit there. From the community at large, I know, I believe Councilor Mercier and I received inquiry from John McDonough, who expressed interest in being appointed to the board. And I know Councilor Mercier spoke to Lynn Brown Zunis, who also expressed some interest. She had, I guess, had some health issues in her family, and also had been working out of town, but now is engaged back here in the community, and I think is still willing to continue her service, at least for the time being. So I'd open it up to other possibilities from members of the subcommittee or others that are present. But absent, so that those are the names of few people who've been requested to serve or willing to serve. Councilor Mercier?
Yes, please pardon my voice, but I know that the city manager has 6 appointments. The school committee has 2 appointments. The city council is responsible for 6 appointments, and I think we have them at hand. So I know that we don't speak for the council, but I can make a recommendation through a vote that we support Jay Lenahan, Paul Marion, Danielle Bergeron, Lynn Brown Zunis, John McDonough, and as well as the chair of this technology utility subcommittee, and Bill Martin. So I'd make a motion that we recommend that these people be appointed when you bring the full report to the city council.
Okay. Councilor Elliott?
Yeah, I'll second that motion.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Any further discussion on the motion?
No, I just think we should thank you, Mr. Chairman, for reaching out and trying to get volunteers in the community. And if there anybody watching at home, there's always opening. It's how many member board?
Yeah, it's, let's see, 12, 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's around 28, and
I think it's 31.
31, so 28 on this list, so we're still missing a few, so there may be some openings, and I know there's an opportunity to seek election at the annual meeting of LTC in early December. Not sure the exact date of that, but I believe it's the first week in December. So if there are people that we missed that are interested in serving, I think there's still opportunity. And there's always a possibility that one of these council appointees will drop off for some reason.
And what, are they 1-year appointments? Is that
Two.
they're
2
2-year
years.
appointments?
2 years.
Thank you.
Okay, any comments from, I know Councilor Mendonça, Councilor Dakota were here. Any comment? Okay, so there's a motion that we recommend to the full council the appointment of William Martin, Paul Marion, Jay Lenahan, Danielle Bergeron, John McDonough, and Lynn Brown Zunis, made by Councilor Mercia, seconded by Councilor Elliott. Roll call, please. Yes.
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 3 yeas, the motion's adopted. The only other, there's only other one brief item I wanted to bring up regarding this subcommittee. And this is an issue that we got in the campaign about the availability of FiOS from Verizon. And it actually came up the night before the election. We were all at a community event, and somebody mentioned that. And I did have further discussion with the city manager about that. Verizon is, as far as we know, is not pursuing new municipalities to go. And we've reached out to Verizon a number of times. But as of yet, I believe they're not in Boston, they're not in Lowell, Springfield, Worcester, or Cambridge. So they're not in the 5 largest communities, and it's a business decision by them not to go into those cities, at least as of yet. Our existing contract with Comcast specifically allows for us to take Verizon FiOS service here at such time as Verizon desires to offer it. So we are doing everything we can to give people the Verizon alternative here in Lowell, but we have not been successful having the company come along. So that's just a matter of general information to the public that just came up in the last few weeks. So I thought I would update members of the public about that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Councilor Elliott.
No, I think that's a very good point of information, because not only during the campaign, but we also got emails, and people are looking for competition or an alternative. And knowing that we have reached out, we continue to, and we'd like to have competition is a good thing, but we can't force them to come here. I imagine it's an investment issue that Verizon has to make the investment into the community, and they haven't yet. So, are there parts of the community a city that have they have FiOS?
They have it in Tingsboro.
Oh, they have it in Tingsboro, so in the bordering communities, but not in the city.
Not in
as the
Lowell at
chairman
all.
said. Okay. Thank
So,
you, Mr. Chair.
and the manager can probably give us a little further update at the meeting on this, but that's the information I've been able to learn.
Good.
Okay. Councilman Mendonça.
Well, that's good information. I did have someone during the campaign who spoke to me about this issue, and they told me that when they contacted customer service at Verizon, they were told that Verizon was not in Lowell because Lowell didn't allow them. And as you stated, I think that's erroneous. It's not a matter of us not allowing them. They can come into Lowell. They just need to make the investment. But somehow, I think the customer service is spreading the word that we're preventing them as a government, and that's not true. And I think the city manager does need to follow up on that so that that misinformation does not continue. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Councilor Mercia.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. knowing that you're on the board of directors of LTC, and I know that we had Ally Pie as the executive director, do you anticipate a new executive director since she no longer is there?
Yes, there is a search committee that's interviewing candidates right now. I am not a member of the search committee, so I don't know who they're going to bring forward for a new director, but I have heard some of the names of people that are interested and talked to a member or two on that search committee. So I'm expecting that announcement will come soon, hopefully by the time of the annual meeting at LTC.
And at the annual, I know that Richard Howe Jr. was the president or the chairman of LTC, and then it went to Mimi Parsegian. Will she still be the chairperson in the annual meeting? Will they then announce other candidates for that position?
As far as I know, there's no limitation on her continuing, but it would be subject to reappointment, reelection by the board at the annual meeting. So I don't know if she's interested in continuing on to serve as president or not, but if she is, I think she has the opportunity to do that.
Okay.
Okay, hearing nothing else to come before the meeting, entertain a motion by Councilor Elliott to adjourn, second by Councilor Mercier. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. So the meeting stands adjourned. Thank you.